Good Wednesday to you. I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope everything went smoothly on Tuesday. We're going to pick up on Athens, Greece again, and pick up sort of where we're reviewing a little bit about ancient Athens and add a little bit to the story of what leads to the world's first democracy. That's going to be your main idea, really, of ancient Athens is creating the world's first democracy. Democracy means rule by the people, okay? And just a quick thinking question: what type of government do we have here in the United States? Well, you got to be careful there because we're going to find out Athens created the world's first direct democracy. And there's a difference between democracies. We don't have a direct democracy here in the United States. We have a republic. Republics where you vote on individuals to make decisions for you. We vote on congressmen, we vote on a mayor, we vote on a governor, we vote on a president. Well, in ancient Athens, they voted directly on the laws themselves. Now, direct democracy is going to work in a smaller community group based um, government. Athens doesn't have 350 million people like the United States. That's going to be a much smaller population, so they could go and vote on every law, which we're going to see more about here in a minute. But um, it works in smaller things, smaller communities, smaller cities like ancient Athens, and we'll talk more about that here in a minute. So, um, remember, Athens started off as an aristocracy. You should have had a bell ringer today on what an aristocracy is. It's a oligarchy, a small group of aristocrats, and aristocrats is a rich landowner. So, just to know what that is, you should have gone over that again. Excuse me, um, on your bell ringer. Talked about Draco, who overthrows the aristocracy, creates draconian law, very harsh, strict laws. Um, you don't want an area that has draconian laws because it's going to be very harsh and very bad. Very similar to, if you remember, I was talking about ancient China. Very similar in some ways to Shi Huangdi and his laws of legalism. Very similar in some ways. Someone who created a headway towards democracy, um, allowing all free men to become citizens in Athens, to be able to have some kind of participation in the city of Athens, not just the aristocrats. Um, Big deal that is going to lead towards democracy. Now, to throw a wrench into things, you have a guy by the name of Pisistratus. And I know it's a hard word to say, but Pisistratus is going to become a tyrant. Now, a tyrant usually has a very, very bad connotation. That usually is a bad word. Tyrant is someone who takes power and keeps power by using force. Um, some very famous tyrants in history would be people like Shi Huangdi. He was a tyrant, of course. And then you have latter history people like Hitler would have been a tyrant. 99% of the time, tyrants are not a good thing. Um, but in the case of Pisistratus, it's very unique because he was actually a good tyrant. Because in the city of Athens, things were getting pretty out of hand, and there was issues with a lot of crime, and what he does is he comes in and settles things down and um, forces peace in a lot of ways, forces people to follow the laws, forces people to do what they're supposed to do. So, a positive of a tyrant would be that they make the decision quickly, and they can uh, stop things pretty quickly, quell things pretty quickly, um, and make decisions quickly. And that's what Pisistratus did. He comes in and and restores order in Athens and makes a decision quickly in case there's some kind of war they've got to make to be involved in. The people liked him. He made advancements in temples and festivals, but his rule isn't going to last. He is going to be overthrown by the aristocrats, um, and this is going to lead to someone who is very important in history, which we will talk more about on Thursday. I think now you're going to go over your work from last week, last Friday, on the countries to continents. Mr. McAllister will go over that with you. Be sure you get your maps out so he can go over that with you and talk and find those nations of the world. Have a good day.